Hi everybody, I'm Hikari Ticar. This is a video report on Kinew's The Reason You Walk. This recording is produced in Surrey, BC, and I'd like to acknowledge that this place is a traditional territory of the Coast Salish people. Here are 5 objects that represent pivotal moments in Kinew's life. First is a pipe that Kinew got when he was 4. The Ojibwe dictionary calls this pipe a wagan. Kudobako states that when pipes are used during smoking, they believe that the smoke from the pipe carry thoughts into the spirit world. This artifact represents how Wab was assigned an important role in the community that also began his spirituality. Pipe carriers for ceremonies are selected for being well respected or for having a gift of supernatural vision. In the memoir, he was given the pipe as a healer by Augie, the daughter of a very influential medicine man. Since then, Webb developed a spiritual mindset. He said, "I was just a little boy, but I was made a pipe carrier and took my first steps on the path to becoming a spiritual man." The next object is a spear Webb Kinew experienced during a Hunka ceremony where his tribe joined another as a family. The spear is an indigenous multi-purpose survival tool for hunting and combat. It signifies the end of the strained relationship between Wab's Anishinaabe Nation and the Charging Eagles Nation. During a Lakota powwow, Ndede, Wab's father, met a young man who looked like Daryl, Wab's older brother who committed suicide. Their tribes later on joined together as a family in a Hunka ceremony. Lakota Times state that, in the Lakota tradition, the Hunka ceremony means that a person is adopted as a member of a family. In the ceremony, a man rode in a painted horse, carrying a spear. Its rider then tossed the spear into the ground directly in front of Ndede and Tommy. Since then, Ndede and Wab performed more Sundance ceremonies of each other's tribe as years passed. This helped heal Wab's father and in turn their relationship. The next object is a buffalo skull that was part of the Sundance ceremony Wab and his father participated in. It is when he saw his father get pierced. St. Joseph's Indian School states that a buffalo skull in all sacred rituals is a symbol of self-sacrifice. The Sundance is a ceremony of thanks where participants pierce their flesh until it is ripped off by the weight of an object as an offering to the Creator. The buffalo skull symbolizes the hurt displayed in the ceremony, which gave Wab a serious impression of a man's relation to the Creator. These ceremonies taught him important values and traditions that shaped his foundation. When Wab was under house arrest, he reflected on how he acted as a dumb kid and not like the warrior he was raised to be. The fourth artifact is a buffalo robe that Wab stood on during his first participation in the Sundance ceremony. The University of Calgary states that the indigenous people have survived because of the buffalo by providing food, shelter, clothing, and more. The buffalo robe signifies the moment Wab reconnected with his father after the Sundance ceremony. Previously, Wab resented Ndede for not providing emotional support when he was a child. Seeing his son braving a painful ceremony impressed Ndede. His gestures of approval after the ceremony reconnected them. In the memoir, Wab was being teased by his father after being bailed out of jail. Ndede smilingly told him a story where he also got arrested. During this time, Wab thought his father trying to relate to him was a touching moment. The final object is the black leather horse reins used by Wab to slow his horse down. The Land Museum states that traditionally, horse reins are made out of brittles out of twisted or braided horsehair, buffalo hair, rawhide, or tanned leather. This object represents the time he realized the need for both spiritual and practical solutions. In the memoir, when the horses they were riding ran scaringly fast, Wab panicked until he thought of using the reins to stop it. He stated, "I noticed the black leather reins flopping on the horse's back in front of me. Right, I thought. This is how you slow a horse. Not with mind melds or psychic energy, but by pulling on the damn reins." Sometimes we need spiritual answers. At other times, we need practical solutions. In conclusion, The Reason You Walk is about Wab Kinew's life and his father, while presenting family, forgiveness, healing, and reconciliation. It is about the culture, life, and struggles of First Nation peoples written from the perspective of an Anishinaabe author. The memoir addresses a circular theme, the generational pattern of the lives of the indigenous. Wab Kinew states that it's a very Canadian experience to be born in the bush, taken away to residential school, and for the rest of your life push for justice and healing. The narrative structure is cyclical because it relates how his father's life influences and repeats in his life, and in turn how his life affects his children. The story is non-linear. It moves in different time zones and shifts from one character's story to another while not leading to a particular climax. Kinew demonstrates protocol through his discussions of the importance of land to the indigenous. He incorporates indigenous literary works and emphasizes their cultural value. Kinew explains the importance of traditions and ceremonies and the need to honor and preserve them. I can relate to many things in the memoir. How belief as a foundation is needed to access spirituality, how it surfaces during maturity, the emotional connection between parents and children, the benefits gained from expanding your communities, and balancing faith and practically among others.